Yes, that's right. So this Tata Tetley ad is called Everybody Can.
My body can, your body can.
Everybody can.
which the good people at Tata had put out for their brand Tetley Green Tea.
Right.
Looks can be deceptive, and you better be careful before you pass or pronounce judgment on people.
Over a period of time, certain stereotypes, certain narratives, certain ideas take hold. They are not necessarily true.
Episode number 108 of Business and Leadership Stories with Sachin Bhandary, my able friend, confidant, and mate from the Story Co. Who would have thought that an elementary idea that Sachin ran past me 107 weeks ago, saying he will come on and talk about one story every week, that 107 weeks down the line, we'd still be doing what we do with great finesse. We come at you every Tuesday, Mumbai, Delhi, Bengaluru, Chennai on the radio, 94.3 Radio 1, and every Wednesday, fresh episodes are uploaded in video form on the Mint YouTube channel. How are you, brother?
Very good, Hrishi. Looking forward to this as well.
Now, often lessons can be learnt or unlearned from television commercials, which now we just say video films because they can be used on television or OTT, cinema theaters, out of home screens, as well as YouTube.
Right.
And there is one particular commercial which is not really very new, was released a few months ago, which the good people at Tata had put out for their brand Tetley Green Tea.
Right.
And for those of you who don't remember the commercial, I'll just relive it for you. An ostensibly extremely thin person, a lady, and an ostensibly obese person to look at, which is why I say ostensibly, feature in the ad and talk about what people think of immediately when they look at them, when they set eyes upon them, on the extremely ostensibly thin person, ostensibly obese person. But then how far removed reality is from that image.
Right.
What a wonderful lesson it is. I leave you to tell us the rest.
Yes, that's right. So this Tata Tetley ad is called Everybody Can.
My body can, your body can.
Everybody can.
I think it was their last campaign. And like you said, now, commercials come in all shapes and sizes. I recently got to know that now these films are called DVFs, digital video films.
Oh.
Somebody was throwing around this word and I was like, what are you talking about? So digital video film. So it was a television commercial, but probably also a digital video film. Very interesting. And for me, it hit home because I started going to the gym for the first time in my life about a couple of months ago, Hrishi, and I generally consider myself to be a fit person because I've always been active outdoors and try to take care of my diet, etc. So when I went to the gym, I saw some people around me who I wouldn't consider that fit if they were walking on the road, right? They were probably a few pounds heavier than me, some of them were much more thinner than me, etc. But they could really lift those weights, man, and do a lot of other things. So my gym peers could outrun, outlift, outsmart me also at a lot of things, and that set me thinking, why do people who just have the perfect looking body considered to be fit if they can't run as fast or if they can't lift weights? And that's when I saw this ad. I stumbled upon this ad on the internet and it was exactly about this, that looking fit is not necessarily equal to being fit. There are many different ways of being fit. Just because your body doesn't look a certain way does not mean that you are not fit. And it really hit home, and I thought that was a fantastic message delivered by the brand. And I think we also need to broaden our understanding of what fitness is and not just fall prey to the glamorized image of fitness.
Well, let me fill in the blanks. In the Tata Tetley green tea commercial, the ostensibly overweight person, the obese person, sprints neck to neck with a bus,
Right.
with a Mumbai BEST bus, because she has to deliver something to somebody who's on the bus. The other end of the spectrum, there's another obese lady who dances dandiya like the wind.
Yes.
Does the garba like the wind. And a third ostensibly obese person who can bust some serious yoga moves. And we're talking asanas in which the body is to be flexed in all kinds of elastic positions. And then you have the ostensibly thin person lifting weights, and by that I'm talking about serious weightlifting in the gym, with a lot of metal added on. So, looks can be deceptive, and you better be careful before you pass or pronounce judgment on people.
That is correct. And that's, I think, the marketing and communication tip of today as well. For instance, when you are creating some kind of communication or you want to communicate with your team, your audiences, customers, etc., one way to be able to make your message stick with them, and that's the reason why we are talking about Tata Tetley in this show, right? There's absolutely no commercial association. Just because the ad is interesting, that's why we are talking to them. But it's also interesting because it is giving us a new idea about fitness, and that's what a lot of us need to think about. And I'd like to call this reframing the narrative. Over a period of time, certain stereotypes, certain narratives, certain ideas take hold. They are not necessarily true. These are ideas, they are not necessarily facts, and these need to upgrade or undergo change every once in a while. So if you are going to ask yourself, what is that idea that the audience has already started thinking, a small portion of my audience has already started thinking about upgrading that idea, but nobody has told them or given them that idea yet in a big way. That's where you can probably find this, path-breaking idea. Just like maybe how Tata, at least people must have sat down and brainstormed. I'm guessing if I was a fly in the wall in that brainstorming room, it would be about what is that idea about fitness that we need to break. And somebody must have said that, hey, you know what? Just looking fit does not mean being fit, and that's the myth or stereotype that we need to break. And let's go for this ad, and that's how probably they came up with everybody can. So it's everybody can, but it actually means or highlights everybody can do things that you don't expect it to do. So full props to them. But remember, we need to reframe the narrative whenever we want to catch hold of our audience's attention.
Well, that's what Sachin Bhandary does, reframe the narrative, teach you something new. If people were to join your Story Co. or the Storytelling Club, or if they want to attend a retreat that you're planning, how can they go about it, my friend?
Fairly simple. I would suggest that you first check out the Story Club, which is our Saturday club. We meet from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. to practice our storytelling skills, which can help you increase your success rate in team building, fundraising, and even sales. Look for Sachin Bhandary on LinkedIn. Sachin is easy. Bhandary is Bhandary. I'm also on Instagram at @storyclub.in. And there's a link in both these platforms where you can find the registration link for Story Club. Join the community, join the first free meeting and get to know more both about Story Club and also the retreat that I'm hosting in Tamil Nadu called Storyflection Retreat, reflecting on your own life stories and narrating those stories to achieve success for yourself, but more importantly for others as well.
Nice. And we're going to catch up with Sachin next week on episode number 109 of Business and Leadership Stories. Thanks, mate.
One world, your station.